Xinjiang is the largest provincial administrative region in China. It accounts for 1/6 of China's total land area, 30% of the western region. By the end of 2018, Xinjiang has a permanent population of 24.8676 million. Xinjiang is located in the heartland of the Eurasian continent. The land border reaches more than 5,600 kilometers. Neighboring Russia, Kazakhstan, Turkestan and 8 other countries share borders. A strategic location is extremely important. It is also the key area of Western development. But the geology here is extremely harsh. Under various restrictions, the construction of basic livelihood projects is even more difficult. But it still doesn't stop our infrastructure fiend to improve the economy of Xinjiang. The first is to solve the traffic problem. In China's railway construction history of more than 100 years, build the Iron Dragon into the west. It has always been the Chinese people do not forget the ideal. But Xinjiang is so vast. This ambitious goal required the phased completion of 1953. After half a century of construction, the Longhai Railway was finally opened to traffic. A year before it opened, the famous Lanzhou-Xinjiang Railway also broke ground. The railway also took a long time to build. It took 10 years to complete the line. Later, the builders gradually built the Kazakhstan Railway, the Kug Railroad, the Sun, the Railroad and so on. The Lanzhou-Xinjiang High-Speed Railway has even been built. It is also the first high-speed railway in Xinjiang. In order to open up the Xinjiang Railway network, infrastructure freaks have been working on it for more than 100 years. By early 2019, only the last state capital will be left in Xinjiang. The city is still without a railway until May 30, 2019. The KTA railway linking Karame and Takahashi was open to traffic. The preliminary construction plan for the Xinjiang Railway network was officially completed. The KTA railway is 308 kilometers long. It is a branch line of the Hebei Railway of the Xinjiang Railway network. The total investment is about 5.2 billion yuan. KTA railway from Kui North Railway Karame City Baikokan Station to connect to the construction. North along Baikokan Oil Field. Taichungsgu Town through Torai County, Emin County, Tower City. The destination is the Baku border crossing between China and Kazakhstan. The railway is not only an important part of the international railway network. It is also China's third major route to Central Asia and Europe. At the connection point of the KTA railway, there are many kinds of mineral deposits and large reserves in the Tacheng area. The area through which the railway passes is rich in coal, gold, iron ore and other mineral resources. It is of great significance to the local development of advantageous resources. But such an important energy corridor, even related to the people's livelihood in northern Xinjiang. Why didn't it get fixed until 2019? This has to start with the harsh natural environment in northern Xinjiang. The section that the KTA railway passes through is very harsh. The whole journey involves crossing the 70-kilometer-long Natives Wind Zone. Here is known as the Devil Wind Area, a typical Yudon landform. Yudon landform is a kind of wind erosion landform in a dry area. The surface formed by soil-like sediments of the lake and river facies by weathering. Intermittent water erosion and wind erosion, forming parallel to the prevailing wind direction. The combination of wind-eroded mounds and wind-eroded depressions arranged alternately. Meita's wind area annual winds above 8 up to 150 days. Dry winds mixed with sand and snow can hit the ground and the ground. Buildings cause severe erosion, seriously affecting the normal life of transportation and people. Especially in winter, through the old Tower City 2-year east wind. It will form a strong wind and snow flow, easy to cause traffic accidents and casualties. It also created serious obstacles to construction. Many factors affect the wind-blowing snow. In addition to wind and snow, there are also terrain, vegetation and other factors. This makes it more complicated and difficult to study the mechanism of wind-blowing snow damage. So how do you avoid or reduce rail hazards through high winds and wind-blowing snow disaster area is the project line selection and design process. Urgent technical problems to solve this project department along the wind-blowing snow disaster. The present situation of the distribution is analyzed and it establishes the n. The spatial and temporal distribution of wind speed and direction is obtained by simulation, combined with the monitoring data of weather stations along the route. Finally, the disaster pattern and intensity of winter wind-blowing snow along the railway were predicted. On the railway site, the engineers made 2 plans, north and south, and must choose to avoid as far as possible the wind danger area. In the roadbed's construction, it should select the pavement with high surface roughness as far as possible. This facilitates the suppression of snow movement through computer simulation and actual exploration. The project department finally decided on the Northern Line plan and the whole railway construction. Engineers have also accumulated a lot of experience in wind-driven snow disasters. It can be extended to other projects in the future, after 5 years of arduous construction. The first and second phases of the railway were completed and open to traffic. The KTA railway passes through 6 industrial parks and new urban areas. Through 2 major oil-field energy bases. Cogeneration projects have also been built at both ends of the railway. Many major projects will be carried out on both sides of the railway in the future. Provide strong support for local economic development. Great beauty Xinjiang, the railway must not be absent. Whether it's high mountains, water systems, deserts, wind zones, cannot stop the motherland dragon in the western regions of the Earth's extension. More high-speed trains are coming in the future. Continue to write legends for Xinjiang.